All right, second attempt at this video. I had it done, and I found a check in the truck. I was just kind of digging around in there while I was doing the video, and I seen a check that had the people's name on it that had the truck. And of course, I was holding it here looking at it, and it had their bank account information, their name, address, yada yada. It was an old check, probably bad. Probably a bad number and stuff now. It probably ain't no good is what I'm trying to say. But still and yet, I wouldn't want people broadcasting my information over YouTube. So anyway, here's Moon Pie. Did not name the truck. It came that way. And obviously kind of looks like a moon pie, I guess, with the filling and the top, bottom. Whatever, you get it. Man, this is just such a good running little truck. I really like it. I wish I didn't have my 56. If I didn't have the 56, I would hang on to this one for a while. It's mostly all original with the exception of the carburetor and the intake. Somebody's put an Edelbrock on it. Probably trashed the original Quadrajet. I wish they wouldn't have. I'd really like to have the original breather and carburetor for it, but that's okay. It is what it is. It runs good, does what it's supposed to do. So just kind of want to run y'all around the truck, let you know what we done. We put new calipers, new shoes, new calipers, new pads, shoes in the rear, and new hardware, new brake hoses front and back, new plugs, wires, fuel pump, gas tank, sending unit. We put a steering column in it, belts, whatever. We changed the oil. We put a transmission pan gasket on it, shift shaft selector seal. Say that, 10 times fast. Put one of those little things in it, and again, new fuel line or fuel hoses, yada, yada, yada. So all the little things that go down when they set, we fixed it, put new stuff on it. The truck does have a little rust. I have a few guys interested in trucks, so I'm just going to run y'all around it, and y'all can look at it. Maybe it'll save you a drive down here. It has some dents. Call them dents, patina, character. I like the last two there, but whatever you want to call it. They're on the truck, several of them. See some dents here. The fenders are solid. The inner fenders are solid. I don't even think it was rusted under the battery, but I will look again in a minute. Most of them rot, the inner fenders, under the battery. That's where the truck's set, and the batteries, that were on them, they, kind of leak acid. That's what I'm trying to say, down on the inner fender. It's been a long weekend. It's been a long couple of weeks. I've just had everything in the damn world going on, and this truck was just a hiccup. This was not supposed to be part of my agenda, but my buddy posted it on Marketplace. We went and got it, and I just wanted to fix a couple things, but you know what? We done had it in here, had it on the lift. We just went ahead and ran through it. It needs tires. Tires are terrible. But again, the inner fenders are good. The little block there, the little mystery thing that nobody can tell me what the hell it's for. It's got bolts in it, but it's welded. I don't understand that. Some kind of GM shit. But anyway, interior, pretty rough. Door panels, seat, but it's got a rubber floor mat that's in good shape. The headliner's been taken out, but I guess it's been taken out. It's got headliner trim, so I'm sure there was a headliner. That sun visor's kind of crap. The steering wheel turned out pretty good. I cleaned it up. Dash is cracked, but not terrible. Would be a real good candidate for a Coverlay. All the gauges work. Gas gauge works. Obviously, new sending unit. The oil gauge is the only thing that's a little finicky. Sometimes it's pegged out. You tap on it, it'll jump back. When you take these gauges out, take them apart. These gauges have little pins that push down into little copper connections. And sometimes those get corroded or loose or whatever, dirty. A lot of times I'll take those out, mash them back together, get them good and tight, pop them back in. Good to go, but again, it is working right now. Truck's got really good oil pressure. The amp hand works, heat gauge works, and the clock works. The clock wasn't working, it was stuck, but I, pulled it back and set the time, and it's working good. So pretty proud of that. Speedometer works, the radio works, but it does not pick up stations. We got the heater working. It works really good, actually. I had to turn it off early, it was burning me up. Put a new driver's side power window motor on it. Passenger side will go up and down in an emergency. That's the only reason I'd roll it down. I may put another motor in it. That's not a big deal. It don't take that long, and they're only about $40. I've just been super busy, And again, this truck was not part of my plans. I've got a lot to do to Mr. PIB 66, and I got to start on my 56. Got a lot to do to it, and I'm going to do a video on it here in a minute. So anyway, rusting the rockers as usual. Hole up here. Where's it at? Got a hole here, and it's got some rust in this cab corner. The bed is super solid, but it does have this dent, pretty bad dent. But there are several paintless dent repair guys, whatever you want to call them. I think they could really make that look better. I don't think they could make it perfect because of the crease, but I'm sure they could get it better. So that may be in the truck's future. The truck bed floor is not beat up. It's straight. There's no dents, but it's got a lot of surface rust. That needs to be knocked down with a wire brush or some Scotch-Brite and just painted, just to reseal that, put some rust stop on it or rust kill or whatever. And go ahead and get ahead of that before it starts getting worse. But anyway, the bed is super solid. No holes in it that I've seen. And I've been all over it, been under it, on top of it, whatever. Sort of the same thing over here, just not as bad. Well, I don't know. It's bad in its own way. It's got a hole here, and this part's rotted out. It had a rat's nest in there. One little hole in the cab corner. Nothing bad. The door panel's about the same. It's shot, but... Oh, I'm sorry. And this is kind of the same way on the other side. That's pitted up where the seam sealers come out. These things have got some kind of seam sealer in there. You can actually see a little bit of it still there. So basically that just needs to be wire brushed and the seam sealer put back in. It's solid, but again, it does have some pits there. Nothing that scares me. There's nothing about this truck that scares me. It's super solid. The cab mounts look great. The floors look good on the bottom. I've not pulled the mat up, anything like that. Don't really even plan on it. It's a shop truck. You know, if you wanted to restore one, I think it'd be a really good one to do it to. It's a two-tone truck, and it's the right two-tone. I love the paint scheme on this truck. It's just got a good look, and it's killing me not to lower this truck and put torque thrust wheels on it. That's just, I want to do it, but I'm just not going to. It's got sport mirrors too. I think I mentioned that in the last video. I love the sport mirrors instead of the big old gaudy mirror. And those are factory. That's kind of cool. Again, guys, it's just an honest old truck. It's got dents, it's got dings, it's got scuffs. Like I said, some people call it patina, character, whatever. At the end of the day, it's dents and rust. But anyway, it looks good. I like it. The truck will just be an absolute baby doll. Lower down on some wheels. I am going to go buy some windshield wipers for it, but the windshield is cracked. It needs a windshield. It's cracked all the way across. Pretty good crack along through there. Of course, it will keep the wind off your face. It'll work for now. But at the end of the day, it needs a windshield. But it starts good. Let's see if it'll start. I'm not real used to this truck as far as if I need to pack the gas or not. Nope, started right up. And this thing is quiet. I mean, it's really quiet. I've done this video a couple times, so if I mentioned it before, I'm sorry, but it does have the original exhaust. Still got the catalytic converter, not Cadillac. It's got the original muffler, tailpipes, and all that's solid. It's not rotted out. It's the reason I know the truck doesn't have that many miles on it. But just a really good, smooth running little old truck. It is what it is, guys. It's, like I said, it's a shop truck, but I like it a lot. Sorry about this kind of speeding around it here. I'm kind of in a hurry. I've got to swap some trucks around. I got to get Mr. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know why I took those keys out. I got to back the truck out of here. I got to get Mr. PIB's 66 back over here on the lift. We got to do power steering and several other things. And I got to get my 56 back in here. And then I've got a guy that wants to look at this truck this week, and whether he takes or he don't. If he don't, I may do a few other little things to it. But it's pretty much ready to sell. That's as far as I'm going to take it. I would like to find a set of tires. Thought I had a set of rallies bought earlier, but they turned out to be 7s. They had good tires. I probably should have went ahead and got them, just threw them on the truck. But anyway, it is what it is. These tires are just fixing to come apart. I drove the truck to town. It's a wonder I didn't have a blowout. I drove it to town and put gas in it, and it run out good. It changed gears good. It does everything that a truck's supposed to do. So here it is. I can at least start it, move it in and out without fear of, fire or, using the rod to start it with. So, and the brakes ain't sticking. They ain't locking up. So that's great. It's good to go. All right, guys. As always, I appreciate you watching. I got to swap some trucks around. I'll do another video. We'll catch you in the next one. See you later.